In 1969, they had Charles Manson. Do you remember that? And the ritualistic killings or whatever. And I've been thinking about all of this stuff and what they're doing, what has been done, and what is the plan. And by the way, it affects us all. Some of us more than others, and some people are just quiet about it. I screamed for 5 or 6 years, got my channel taken down. As a matter of fact, they took 2 channels down. I don't know how they did that. Because they were on the same Google account, then they froze my Google account. So I'm going to tell you, they can do whatever they want. And they can try to stop the flow of information, but it still comes through. Now, how old is this? And I've been concerned because, we should be concerned. It's not just happening, by the way, in the government or the billionaires. I think you guys really need to look around about the pedophilia, about the grooming, and about what's really going on. If we have 30 to 40% of the population who have been indoctrinated with, I don't know if it's just corn and, or if it's like a vampire once bitten, that's what they have to have, or I don't know. But I know that it has to stop. And so what we can do is what's closest to us. And if you're like me, you just get so overwhelmed. Like, I started reading those files, and I said, nope, I'm not going to do it because I kind of knew, okay? And so I get resolved to, okay, this could be happening, okay? We don't know for sure until we see video, we've seen some emails, and until people get held accountable, right? Well, there's the DOJ, and there's several people that are supposed to do this. Okay, so what can we do? A real child watch, a real neighborhood watch. I suggest parents get together and talk about it. And by the way, I have a BSW in social work. And as a social worker, what we're supposed to do, what's not been happening, is if we don't know something, we're supposed to help find resources for that. So I don't work in the social work field, but I have CASA, and I did my internships at CYFD and CASA and a Wings for Life program. It's prison ministry for people that their family's been incarcerated, or children whose mom and dad are incarcerated or whatever. Anyways, they teach asset training for character and how to stop bullying. Anyways, all of these programs gave me the idea that, we as parents and people that are concerned need to work outside of the system, even though we need to work with the system. It looks like we need to take charge of our communities. So I've been thinking what we need to do is, it's real easy. They have to be a sex registry for sex offenders. And there's a map that you can get on and see. And these people, even though they're not directly linked to the Epstein and all this other stuff, they are. Without knowing, they are. Okay? So they're part of the ritualistic grooming and maybe even getting the children. And so this systematic indoctrination is why everybody's feeling so frustrated. But there is a way around it. And we are responsible for each other and our children. And like, my children are grown, but I'm responsible for everybody else's children and my grandchildren. And so we need to start really communicating with each other And this other stuff, oh yeah, we need to address it too. I want to see people arrested. When you arrest somebody for this, the DOJ and everybody else who knows what they're supposed to be doing, then we can get involved in that part too. But until then, what can you do? You can stop the flow of the children. This is why a lot of people are upset with the border. But let me tell you what, you need to document every person who comes over here, or else just like in the time of war or when they close these borders, it's people getting snuck over, nobody knowing where they are or what happens to them. This makes them a victim right away, and for them to get exploited. People do not understand this. It is a serious thing, and it needs to be addressed. These are children, and the children are always the ones that are involved. They're the innocents. You know, it's ridiculous. So if you get overwhelmed like me, find a place that's quiet and go and yell if you have to. Because I went outside and I just screamed because I was so mad. And then get serious about it and start thinking what you can do. Don't let them distract you. Let me tell you what, whatever this is or these things are, because I'm still having the debate that there is another species that's doing this, and they're getting other people to work under them and do it like how a vampire has their familiars. Yeah, that's what they are. Anyways, that's my belief. And until I can get to there, we have to take it down. We have to dismantle it and get the ones that are under them. And we have to protect some of the whistleblowers so they will come forward and tell us what is going on with the children. See, I started this a long time ago, and they can take down your channels, and you just need to keep saying it. Make another channel. I'm on every platform I can be on. I just believe that we should all be doing this. And even though this is their platforms, we're allowed to use this platform to help humanity. And I don't care what they say, it can happen. And it's up to us. See, without us on here, this platform is nothing. So, they need to start looking into this and choose which side they're on. These whistleblowers, they need to come forward. You need to tell us everything that's been going on, because we're just getting half-truths. And just by throwing out the worst of the worst, they're doing this on purpose so that they can get more screams, more hurt from you. Like Monsters Incorporated, remember that? Yeah. Don't let them do that to you. You know, go and work it out. Yell. And then get serious about it. And take your energy back. Do not let them have that. You know, they're going to get all my full anger when I get to the top. And until then, they're not even getting that. They get nothing from me. They're energy vampires. They get nothing from me. But what they will get from me is they should run, because I'm going to do everything in my power to point the light right on them. And like cockroaches, they should run, because people are finally figuring out what's going on. And when we take our power back, it's all over. See, they're already scrambling. They're already trying to distract you. More wars. Here, let's give you some more trauma. And that's what they do. Don't let them do that. Take it back. And make a list of pros and cons on everything. And then get to work. How do you organize? Think about it. Think about your neighbors. Talk to your neighbors. This is real important.